Hello and welcome back to Dozzie's Television Workshop, where today it's a bit of a zero effort video because I've just got something much awaited in the post, and quite frankly, if you told me about this a year ago, I doubt it would have ever turned up, but it has, and in time for Christmas. So some of you may be subscribers to the Retro Recipes channel, and you're aware that guy called Christian, who's behind the channel, known as Perifractic, has bought the Commodore name, or at least most of it. I understand there's still a bit of shenanigans going on with that, but not for me to comment on really, because I know nothing. Anyway, his goal was to bring back a sort of Commodore brand, and he's done it. And I thought this will never happen, but I put my money in anyway. And this has turned up. It is the brand new Commodore 64, the C64U. And that's for Ultimate, and we'll come to that in a minute. But there it is. Look at that. Manufacturer, MOS Technology Incorporated. They're just amazing. Oh, we've got some branding information on the back. Let's have a look at that while we're here. Manufacturer, MOS Technology. Dover, Kent in the USA. Commodore Electronics Limited, Lightship House. Wareham Road, Poole, Dorset. Would you believe it? So, a Commodore 64, brand new. Now, a lot of people have bought, they come in 3 different editions. There was beige, which I bought because I like a beige computer. Then there's a Starlight edition, which had all sorts of twinkly LEDs on it, and the Founders edition. Don't know quite what that came with. But yeah, here it is. Box has got a slit in it and a bit of a ding on the end. Hopefully we're all right inside. I'm just going to open it up. And we appear to have a pretty internal box. Oh wow, look at that. The Digital Detox brand. First official Commodore 64 in over 30 years. Yeah, you may be thinking, hang on, and didn't you buy a Commodore 64 Maxi a couple of years ago? And yeah, I did, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. But this has got all sorts of FPGA tricks to emulate the original hardware, whereas the Maxi was just, I think, an ARM processor running some Linux distribution and an emulator, which is perfectly fine. I am not here to argue the difference between emulation and FPGA versus original hardware. I find all of it great. But yeah, let's just snick the box open. Oh, there we go. There's the difference. Founders Edition, 6,400 units, 24-karat gold-plated badges. I wanted mine to look like mine did when I bought it. Not when it was bought for me in the 80s. Oh, well, there we go. So, welcome to your digital oasis. Commodore 64 Ultimate accessories, and it's in there. It is emotional. I know Perifractic, you know, he deals in emotion, really, of his retro memories. And I understand it, I really do. God knows we repair enough rubbish on this channel, let alone Commodore 64s. And there it is. It's beige. The bread bin, Commodore 64. Welcome to your digital oasis. C. Like a number plate. Yeah, there it is. Oh, let's get it out. Let's get it out. It's like Christmas, and it actually is Christmas. So, I'm made up. Look at that. We got a peely on there, I think. Do I peel it? Do I leave it? So, how does this different from an original machine? Well, all of the hardware is different, but it retains all the compatibility with your original bits and pieces, so you can run a cassette drive should you feel the need. We've got a serial port, so I can run my printers and disk drives, not that my printer works. Video output, and that is conventional Commodore 64 video. The RF port has been replaced with a 3.5mm jack for the stereo SIDs. Yes. H&L, we didn't get that hole in the UK because that was filled up with the RF adjuster, but it was high and low in the States for 2 different VHF channels. I don't know, I wasn't in the States. User port has gone, and in there we got 2 USBs, an HDMI, and a network port. What fresh hell is this? So yeah, a bit amazing. Shift lock doesn't latch. Oh, the keyboard feels good. Feels actually better than the 64's original keyboard. But this is a proper mechanical keyboard as I understand it. I mean, that's just fabulous. What have we got on the bottom? Serial number, Commodore 64 Ultimate, serial number 23,775. As I understand it, a lot of these have been sold. And I have to say, when I saw Retro Recipes buying the Commodore brand, I thought you are going to go spectacularly bust. I hope you don't. I really, really hope you don't. Because, I mean, wow. Look at that. Got proper Phillips screws in it as well. Amazing. 12 volts at 30 watts. So it doesn't use an ordinary Commodore power supply. Oh yeah, we better have a look down the side. We have got a power switch, which is just a rocker. Oh, it's see-through. The little panel is see-through, look. Amazing. That's our power jack. And 2 9-pin joystick ports. They look to be proper metal jobs as well. Oh, amazing. Right, what else we got in the box? Let me pop that down there. It's got, oh hello, it appears to be glued in. Is that to stop it shufting round in the box? You get a proper book. How many computers have you bought recently with a book? I mean, just amazing. Commodore 64 Ultimate. Oh, we're in multiple languages. Oh, there we go. The power switch, by the way, has been replaced with a multi-function switch, which brings up this interface. We can switch between PAL and NTSC as well. So, yeah, we can play games in the wrong speed if we want to. Looking at you, the United States. Joking. But yeah, if you're not seeing an image, switch off the computer by holding the multifunction switch downward for 4 seconds. Hold the Commodore key and N while switching the computer on again. We're in NTSC video mode. Wow. Health and safety. Can't believe we ever got that in the original one. Oh, and that's it. And then we're off in different languages, are we? So, oh no. No, there we go. Setting up. Proper book. Fantastic. Oh, and we've got a box full of accessories. Come on. Come out without ripping, please. I might have to get a little screw in there or something just to hook that open. Are you going to rip? No, you're not. I win. Ooh. Oh, what have I got? What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? I've got some stickers. Oh, wow. I do love a sticker. Proudly printed by Badgeman. Well done, Badgeman. They're lovely. Fabulous. I have got yet another HDMI lead. That's helpful. Oh, Commodore branded, look. Official. I've got, oh, the cassette. Now, somebody else mention this. I'm not the first in the UK to receive one of these by anyone. Did somebody else? It comes with a cassette, but the back comes off. And I think it's because this is glued into the box. Yeah, it is, look. Gently, gently. And it obviously gets banged in transport. Some sticky stuff on there. And it comes with a cassette. Interestingly, no C2N to play it on, and that's because this is a USB stick. So, how cool is that? The Very Second. Now, back in the 80s, it came with a cassette called The Very First. And somebody said The Very First was released in 1989, but I had my 64 way before that. And mine came with The Very First, so I don't know what that was about. And that video, by the way, of The Very First was featured on the channel last Christmas. It was playing in the background. I think I grabbed it from Original Hardware and put it on the channel last year. So there we go, might do that again this year, shall we? I don't know. And the Commodore power supply, international adapter. Oh yeah, so we've got various plugs. Obviously I'm going to pick the BS1363 style plug. How does that work? Goes on at an angle and then we twist it, is it? Well, that's not straightforward at all, is it? What's going on here? Does it go the other way up? That must do, look, contacts are at the bottom. Yes. Ah! Terrific. Of course, modern switch mode power supply. None of that tedious messing around with bricks that we used to have to, and they're just not reliable anymore, are they? So I'm going to plug it in. Let's get it on the workshop monitor, and yeah, have a quick look at it. Right, well, I've got it all set up. That picture, it's ordinary composite output coming from here, look. So that is Van Ordinaire composite audio in PAL. The screen grab, which I shall put in the corner here, that is from the HDMI. Now, if you look at that carefully, you can see some scan lines, and there is options for switching on and off sort of artificial scan lines. But if you want the CRT experience and you haven't got a CRT, it's the nearest you're going to get. Right, what has this got? Now, basically inside here, not only has the whole thing been redesigned with a modern FPGA, also it was designed by the same guy that made this thing, and I use this quite regularly on my bread bin. This is the Ultimate 2 Plus cartridge from Gideon, and he's designed the Ultimate motherboard, and obviously with cassette interface so we can get stuff in and out of our 64, disk drive interface, memory stick, and of course a Ethernet port. This doesn't have Wi-Fi, or at least not this version, so I have to plug an Ethernet thing in there if you want to use a BBS. This has got Wi-Fi apparently. I think it's got an ESP32 doing the Wi-Fi duties, and of course I don't know where this works, but I've got my Kung Fu Flash as well. So I don't think you could probably plug the Ultimate 2 into the Ultimate 64, can you? Don't think I'm going to try it. So to access the Ultimate, we push the power button again. We switch it back on. And there we go. Commodore 64 Ultimate. I have to say the menus are a little bit different in there. But if I go to Disk File Browser, you can see I've already selected that. But we've got all sorts of bits and pieces in here. We've got games. What have we got in games? PAL, enter. Lots of stuff I don't think I've heard of. Oh, Way of the Exploding Fist. I shall be playing that later. But yeah, if we go back, there we are, back. It's all operated by the cursor keys. I suspect joystick as well. But if I go into demos, as I was a moment ago, you'll see there's the Commodore Christmas demo, which is what we had on the channel last year. So I think I'm going to leave you with that. So yeah, just a really brief video. So seasonal, isn't it? Right, here's the Commodore Christmas demo. Oh, I will mention one other thing. I'm going to select that now. Run disk. As you can see, loading Starcom 8.1. When I had the very first cassette, it was a cassette. But there we go. You can have disk drive acceleration on or off, by the way, which is quite interesting. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to select run continuously. And thank you very much for watching. Click like, subscribe, do all that rubbish. And I'll probably see you later in a week. This is only going to be a quickie. Cheers. Bye. One quick stop press. It makes a noise like the disk drive does. It's coming from an internal speaker. And that's also implemented in here.